PDR coming at you here with a 2018 Volvo CX40, I think, XC40, with a dent right underneath the gas door here. So we don't have access to get it. I'm not going to drill a hole in here. We've got the Get a Grip product on, just giving us shade above it, because if I look at the temp of this right now, it's 108 just sitting in the sun. That's a little too hot for us. So what I'm going to do is just adjust my umbrella down a teeny bit there, keep it nice and cool, and as I'm looking into this dent, we're going to go for the glue pulling method. These are the tools that I'm going to be using right here. Let me turn my hat around so you guys have a little bit better view. And we've got the glue all warm. I'm just kind of giving this thing a chance to cool down. Let me grab some of this water. There you go. A little bit of water will cool it down a little bit. Okay. Now if I take another quick look at it, it's 99, 98. It's cooling rapidly, so let's do that. Let's grab a tab. What I want to do is obviously get this body line out, but I'm not going to get it out until I get the majority. Well, I actually am going to try to go for that body line first, I think. Just from knowing past experience. Guys, I've been doing dents for about 21 years, but I've only been doing glue pulling for about 7. So, you know, it's not like I'm a noob at it, but it is newer to me than the old school with tools. This one I checked access on. I can get up to about right here with a tool, but then underneath this area is really braced up because of the thing. So I'm going to start right there on the body line, let that cool for about 15 seconds and give it a nice pull. And we are out here in nature. So one thing I will say, guys, is I sure do appreciate you clicking on this video. If you would, hit that subscribe button. We sure appreciate it. It helps out the channel. I'm giving it nice baby pulls here because I really wanted to baby that line out. And if you look, I got a lot of that body line out, just that first pull. So what I want to do at this point, instead of pulling again, is I want to make sure I go through here and really take out anything that has any tension to it. The edges of these little areas right here that don't really look like they have tension in them, they do. That's what's holding in the rest of this body line. And then right here, we're going to get really tight on the side of this edge. You can hear how the sound is kind of shaking the door a little bit, shaking this little gas door. But we want a little bit of that resonance to get that metal to move. It sounds like it's aluminum. I don't know. It's a Volvo. Most likely this is a steel panel. And by the way it's pulling, it seems to be. So let's put another tab on that. And guys, I don't think that we're going to keep you in for this whole dent, but we might do some super speedies. We are out here in nature, like I said, and so we're just going to keep on it. I planned for about a half an hour to 45 minutes on a dent like this. Definitely don't want to make a half hour, 45 minute long video, so what we're going to do is keep working away at it, and let's make this next pull with you, and then we'll come back and show you what we got in just a bit. Here's a nice little tab, and I'm putting it almost on that body line. Okay, almost on the body line, but a little bit on this side of it. If that body line was to have an angle, it's sitting right there on the top edge of that body line. So now we're going to pull it fairly quick. I am going to use the lifter, and I'm going to go straight up. No, I'm going to go down on it and then spin this thing around. So I actually do come up on it, but I want to be on this top edge. Now let's tighten up the lifter. Give it a nice snap and see if that moved any metal. A little bit of isopropyl with the... Okay, so we're moving metal and it's going slow, but we're gonna make about 20 more pulls and we'll come back and show you in just a bit. Okay guys, we're coming in for a little mini pull. we got a lot of that out. I took a big tab, put it on the top. I had it on speedy, so I don't know how, that was like the first second of your speedy. And I'm just letting it sit and dry fairly quick because I want the glue to stay on the car like it didn't, so I don't have to pull it off the tab. And it's kind of a timing thing of knowing when that glue is going to go from wanting to stay on the tab to wanting to stay on the car. And it's, the quicker you pull it, the more it's going to stay on the car. The longer you wait, the more it's going to stay on the tab. Just in the type of glue that I'm using, which is the Black Plague. Yeah, and every time I give that pull, I got to give a couple of taps to break open this brow, because the brow is what's holding that dent in, guys. I'm really close to making another pull here, but yeah, we thought we'd bring you in for a little bit more. It is kind of tough to see because I don't know the angle on it. It is pretty bright out, even with the sunshade. It's got some brightness, but now I'm down to this little triangle, and if you notice, what I'm looking at is I'm looking down this back side of the dent. I want to spin my board around so I get to use the fog a little bit more, and then kind of open it up, look into it, and I can see right where this brow kind of tightens up right here. And it's not visible without having the real good lighting on it. So I'm saying it's kind of tough to see. I'm not making excuses. We're still going for as good as we can get on this one. I told the customer if I can get it to 90% with glue, I will be happy, because it's a tough one. But now we're going to take a little round tab. I'm looking for my Keiko Clear, this one, and I'm going to drop it right on the body line with a little bit of glue, and I'm going to drop it right there and really try to yank that body line up. Let's pull it quick. See, it left it on the car, and then just a teeny bit was in the center, and that's where it made the majority of its pull. Did it move the metal? A little bit, but if you can see what I'm seeing, it's tugged right here, and it looks like it's tugged a little bit on this back edge. So I'm going to do some tapping, do some more glue pulling, and we're going to come back and show you the end result in just a bit. Hey guys, we're back. I probably say I put about 50 pulls into this thing. And I'm not going to be too critical of myself. Let's give me some shade and show you right where it's at right here. I'm not going to be too critical of myself because, like we said at the beginning, there was no access. The fact that I got that body line out, and it does have a slight little scuff in the paint. I'm not going to wet sand and polish it. I'll let the customer know that that scuff is in the clear. It's not in the paint itself, and it can be buffed out. But I would say we got it to that 90 to 95% mark where we wanted it to. The difference between a dent and no dent, if you get the super critical eye on it, you can see a little tiny wave, but that's exactly what I told the customer. Honestly, if I had full access and I can get a tool behind there, I would get that out a little bit more. But I kind of feel what people are going to say. Oh, you could access that. You could drill a hole. No, we're not going to drill a hole on a brand new. This isn't a 2018, by the way. This is a 2019. Pretty much a brand new car. Not going to be drilling a hole. I told him that to access it through underneath here, I would have to jack up the car, take this wheel off, take out all this inner plastic work. It would cost a lot more money. And then I would have to drill a hole about this far away from this dent, and I'd be in there with a tiny, tiny tool, and it'd be a nightmare. I think what we did with the glue came out really nice. And honestly, in total, I think we spent, gosh, an hour, maybe an hour and a half on it. And we just did what we said we could do. So if you guys like what you see here, hey, hit us up with a like. We'd love to see it all shared on social media and liked around the world. Other than that, I'll just say the thing. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace.